Hey everyone, welcome back to another Mountain Standard Time episode. I'm Landon Pavan, and today I'm up on the mountain with my girlfriend Leah, and we are going to show you how to easily build a small jump, use proper body positioning, proper technique, and show how much fun it is to learn how to get in the air a little bit and have fun doing it. We are in a nice meadow right now. The snow, as you can see, is fairly hard. There's not very much powder. So it's a good day to spend some time. And I think we're gonna make a little jump right here and then kind of go over this little tiny hill and land on a little bit of a downslope because that's always nice instead of the complete flat. So we're gonna build something there and get in the air. So when you're looking at spots to build a jump, you want somewhere for an in-run. You want ideally a little bit of natural terrain to build the jump face with. So hard to tell, but this is a little bit of an uphill, and then it's smooth for the landing, a little bit of a downhill, and you can progressively leapfrog and go a little bit faster and get used to being in the air, how to land, proper body positioning and everything. And you know, there's no consequence here, there's no big holes or anything, so it's a great place to learn. You figure out where you want the start of the jump, and then the easiest way to pile snow, take Buddy's sled or my girlfriend's sled. You find out where you want the jump. We want the jump, like the jump face right here, and so we're gonna park the sled right here. Leave that off. Make sure you put the tether on the handlebars, and you'll see why in a second. Hop on the other sled. Then, because the snow is hard, we can back right up. Pin it! And what this is doing is moving the snow. So it gets it nice and hard. Plus, it kind of cuts a natural face for the jump. And if you have a snow flap, you're gonna have to take the snow flap off or curl it up. And whenever you're going from forward to reverse on skidoo, in the secondary clutch there's rollers that they'll slam pretty hard if you're not smoothly engaging it. So I was just in reverse and I just switched to forward, and I always, if you drag the brake and then give it some gas, you hear that little click? It'll slowly engage that so that it's nice and smooth. Otherwise, when guys talk about broken rollers on skidoos, it's from really rough engagement when you back up out of the trailer or when you go from forward to reverse. That's the issue. And there's nothing wrong with pinning it hard, but if you pin it hard from forward to reverse or vice versa, then it's really hard on those rollers in there. Making progress. Is this a big enough jump yet, Leah?
I think so.
Nah, it's always good to pile more snow than you need, and then you round it off nice. Maybe we'll make it a little bit wider. I'm thinking that's pretty good. So to build a jump, you bury a sled. That's the easiest, most efficient way to move that snow, and it'll harden up way quicker too because of how much you got moved. Kind of mimics avalanches. When avalanches come down and they tumble the snow, it sets up a lot faster. Sled is partially buried here. Give her a little shake. Leave the snow behind. Now we go back on the 2025 Summit X 850 154, and we're gonna smooth this jump face out. Woo! Pretty much a jump already. So by rolling it like that, we're kind of naturally forming it, packing it as well, smoothing it out. And I do that with a little bit of momentum, so then you're not spinning on the face of the jump. Look at how hard that is already. So it's got a really steep face to it, which isn't ideal. So you could roll it a whole bunch of times like that with the sled, or we can get the little avalanche shovel out and start to clean it up. We'll go across the top once. Yeah, very firm. So just with the avalanche shovel that we all carry around in our backpacks every day, you can shake this up. It's all pretty hard snow, which is nice. Make it a little bit more uniform. Look at how hard it is. Don't even fall into this at all. When you're doing a first time jump like this, you don't want a real steep takeoff. You want it nice and smooth. I'm gonna knock this down a fair bit still because my girlfriend behind the camera right now is gonna be jumping this as well. This jump is mainly for her. So it's,
oh really?
Yeah.
I thought this was one of your biggest jumps yet, no?
Oh, it's close. It's close. On spring snow like this, it packs super fast, especially when you moved it with the sled. Hitting it with the shovel never hurts. What do you think of that, Leah?
That's pretty nice.
We'll roll it with the sled a few more times. Make sure it feels good. So I can just stop on it. You know, it's a good jump when you can stop on it. Just smooths it out and how packed in run. Lets you see where it's higher or where it's funnily shaped. Like for example, the right hand side of this jump, I mean, this is a little extreme, but the right hand side of the jump here is way mellower. So with the shovel, I'm gonna knock off the left a bit. Otherwise it's gonna kind of like angle you weird. So it doesn't take much. You can shave this side, you know, even add it to that side. Knock a little bit off the top. Doesn't look very big, but when you're coming up to it on a sled, and for my girlfriend Leah that's never jumped before, it might be a little intimidating. Maybe not though, you're kind of a daredevil.
I've jumped once, but stupidly.
Okay, I left my GoPro recording for the entire build of that jump. Looking at the screen right now, and we're at 21 minutes. So 21 minutes to build that jump, plus that includes the talking and stuff in there as well. I could probably build that in less than 10 minutes if it was just quickly doing it. And it's good and packed, and it's ready to jump. So it doesn't even take very much time to do these. No special equipment other than a sled to bury the sled with, and avalanche shovel, which we all carry, or should carry. Yeah, definitely carry one. We'll just do a little one, make sure it all feels good. Just like that, smooth as butter. That was about 15 feet. So as I took off, nice smooth throttle control. You can see that there's no pile of snow, there's no last minute acceleration or anything. It's nice and smooth, and then gently accelerate in the air and it matches the landing, and super smooth. It's important to note that when you're jumping, having a chest protector is really important to wear because accidents do happen. Sometimes you'll crash, hit the bars or something, and a chest protector, I mean, even for any kind of riding, unexpected dips and everything, I highly recommend wearing a chest protector. Having rib injuries or sternum injuries or anything related like that really sucks.
Me.
Yeah, Leah learned the hard way, and now she has a chest protector, so she is ready to send it. Are you ready to send it, Leah?
I am. Let's go.
Awesome. For body positioning on a skidoo, it's very simple. In my mind and my experience, the proper foot position is always toes behind the brake caliper guard and the chain case. So that's where you want your feet. And I like put my toes right up against both of those. Then my knees are bent. And the reason I put my feet that far back, or like in that position, is because you have all this movement with your knees. When you land hard, your knees can pretty much take the full brunt of it. If you have your feet up here, well, your knees move about 2 inches. And then because you have no more suspension in your body, that's when you go over the handlebars. So if we go back here, it's a happy medium, kind of similar to a dirt bike. And that also puts our body into a position where we can have our back straight, knees bent, butt out, back straight, hands on the handlebars, elbows are kind of up, chin is over the bar, so it's nice and central. And then when you jump, you're maintaining this position, and when you land, you can absorb everything with your elbows and your knees. So your sled suspension is doing a lot of the work, but your body also needs to be ready to absorb it. If you're jumping with straight legs, you're gonna land hard, and it's gonna lead to injuries, and it's not gonna be fun. So proper body positioning makes jumps a lot funner, and it's something that you're learning on the small stuff, do it properly, get in the habit of it, and pretty soon you'll be sending it big if that's what you're interested in doing. Leah is practicing body positioning and going beside the jump. That looks pretty good. And she's going for it. Nice. That wasn't too bad. Do it again.
My legs like felt like they bounced up with it.
Oh yeah. So if you feel like you kind of like float in the air when you go off a jump, that's when it is nice to have grip plates on the side of the tunnel. There is none on this sled right now. This sled has grip plates, but I'm getting Leah to jump the Summit X 154 because it doesn't have this hard glove box compartment up front, and I was a little bit afraid that if she stopped too abruptly when she landed, she might kind of get her throat or her face into this hard glove box. So it's a little bit nicer, and the bar pad is nice too for jumping. A lot softer. So you feel like doing it again?
Yeah.
Okay, give it another go. Nice. So this is the first time Leah has ever jumped on purpose, and she's doing really good. You can see in the snow right here that there's no pile of snow or anything. She's not pinning it right before the takeoff, so she's listening to my instructions, and she's doing really good. You're doing great, babe.
Thanks.
You want to do it again?
Yeah.
Okay, do it again. Hey, you can just keep looping it if you want.
Okay.
Gotta get cinematic with these. Get low to the ground and make it look big. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo! And nice. Making sure she's got the right position every jump. Only good habits. Nice. Little front end heavy that time, but still smooth. This is showing how steep that jump is. It's pretty mellow, perfect for learning on. What do you think of that?
Pretty sick, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, when you do it with like have the constant throttle,
Yeah.
you like literally feel like you're just one going over.
Nice.
So then you like catch it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool, cool. Yeah, and good throttle control too. There's not really any trench. There's no piles of snow back there, and you're going off of it nice and smooth every time. Following Leah off the jump. So just like the whoops on the trail, you can see here that there's a bit of like a whoop-de-whoop here. Filled up the holes and gonna pack it with the sled, and it should be good. Whoa! Very nice. Okay, we're gonna do a far one. She's hit this thing about 40 times or something by now. Hot date on the mountain. Got the pork wrapped up in tinfoil. Nothing too fancy.
5-star dinner. What are you talking about?
Warmed up on the exhaust, and it is, oh my goodness, it is way too hot. We put these pork chops in the slow cooker, so they're good and juicy, and there we go. Ooh. Well, that didn't last long. Time to do some more jumps. Gonna do a one-hander and look at Leah. Try out a Nac Nac. Nice and smooth. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, hopefully you learned something today in this Mountain Standard Time episode. Let me know in the comments if building a jump is of any interest to you. Hopefully you and your group that you ride with can find a little bit of value in this, and hopefully when there's a day where there's not very good snow, you find a spot like this, spend 20 minutes, make a nice little jump, and then you can all session it, fix it up when you have to, and just keep doing it. It's a lot of fun. Hope you're able to try it out in the near future. And thanks for watching this Mountain Standard Time episode. New upload every Thursday, every week at 1:16 Mountain Standard Time. Woo!